Hey friends, Dave here. Today we're going to talk about love. In the Greek language, there's 8 different forms of love, and we'll zero in on the best love. The first one is eros. Eros is a romantic love. It's described as passionate physical desire and romantic love, named after the Greek god of fertility. The next one is philia, a deep friendship, an affectionate platonic love between equals based on mutual trust, loyalty, and companionship. The next love is storge, familial love, the natural protective affection and familiarity found naturally within families and between parents and children. Next one is agape love, unconditional love, selfless, universal love characterized by charity, empathy, and care for all of humanity. The next one is ludus, which is a playful love, flirtatious, uncommitted, and fun-loving affection, often experienced in newly, or I should say, in early stages of a relationship. Pragma, an enduring love, practical love, long-lasting love, love rooted in duty, compromise, and sharing long-term goals. Pragma can also be a transactional type of love, which you see in arranged marriages and such. If you look at monarchies and things like that, marriages are more pragmatic and transactional. The next one is philatia, self-love, compassion, and proper regard for oneself, which can manifest as healthy self-esteem or negative vanity. And lastly, is mania, obsessive love. This is not a good love. An intense, sometimes unhealthy attachment that leads to obsession, jealousy, and emotional imbalance. John Hinckley Jr. comes to mind, where he was obsessing on Jodie Foster and decided that he'd prove his love to Jodie Foster by trying to assassinate Ronald Reagan. Very famous footage there. But let's zero in on agape, unconditional love, selfless, universal love characterized by charity, empathy, and care for all of humanity. This is truly the love that we all want to get in the practice of sharing and inspiring others to share. What's interesting about agape love is that we do it for the well-being of other people, and there's really nothing in return for us, or at least that's certainly our agenda. Indirectly, what happens is that I believe that God speaks to all of us, and we get in touch with people at the right times for the right reasons and sharing agape love. But what's truly interesting is that nothing is random. And sometimes when we reach out to a person and just say, hey, Linda, I love you, have a great day, and that's it, they're having a rough day. And just that little act can help push people over the edge and make their day better. The best example is a friend of mine who's really a high roller in Harley. She's tough as can be, and she's just really an amazing person. One of those one of the kind people that you meet. And I hadn't talked to her in a long time, and so I decided to send her a text, and I just said, hey, Martha, I love you, have a great day. And I got a reply back instantly, which is uncharacteristic of Martha. And Martha said, thanks so much for that text. It came at a perfect time. My niece, who's supposed to spend 2 weeks with me starting tomorrow, committed suicide, and I can't even breathe. I'm beside myself. I feel so all alone. And of course, I texted back to Martha and I said, hey, I'm here for you, and I love you, and for at least the next 2 weeks, I'll be checking in with you and making sure that you're okay. The point being is that we never know when our acts of kindness hit at just the right moment. Even reaching out to someone that's having a good day, if they hear from us and say, hey, Linda, have a great day, I love you. If they're having a good day, just to hear that makes their day a little better. Now, sort of the unintended consequence that happened with this sharing of agape love is that when we do things that are godly, the way that Jesus would want us to do these things, we get a sense of well-being. Indirectly, when we do things that are ungodly and sinful nature, we get racked by guilt, and it creates this negative mana. But when we do these selfless acts of kindness, love and kindness, as David Byrne from Talking Head says, it makes us feel good inside. That in itself is worth the price of admission. But what truly is remarkable is that over time, if we get in the habit of doing this, it is transformational in our lives. Linda and I travel quite a bit, and I've met people that just these crazy random things have happened. Photobomb, 5 people jump into this photobomb of Linda taking a picture of a door with me in front of it, throwing my hands up. And 5 other people jump in, and they do this. They're complete strangers. I don't know who they are. Just lovely, fun-loving people like myself, like Linda, and they jump in for this picture. The picture is amazing. I'll share it with you at the end of this video. Another one is we're in Europe, and I take their picture, and we get talking about love and agape love and that type of stuff. At the end of the talk, I give the mom a big hug, and that was pretty neat because she's a good hugger. And then I give the adult daughter a big hug also, and she whispers in my ear, "You have good energy." The point that I make is that when we do these selfless acts, it kind of rewires who we are and changes our mana. Mana is Polynesian, which is our aura, and it changes who we are. And people pick up on this. I mean, it's an intangible. It isn't like, hey, check me out, look at my mana, or tell people how great we are, or how we have good energy, or any of these things. It is actually something that is in our body language, how we conduct ourselves, it's indescribable, but you just have to trust me that by doing these selfless acts of kindness, by sharing agape, it really has this remarkable effect on other people, and indirectly it ripples back to us. The agape thing, in my opinion, the world is so filled with depression, hate, anger, confusion, fear, all of these things, and all of these attributes serve to divide us, where love unites. It's the only thing that unites, believe it or not. And so by sharing this agape love, and what I do, or what I've found, is reaching out to people that I haven't talked to in a while, and just say, "Catherine, I haven't talked to you in a long time, and I hope you're doing well. Hope you and your husband are doing well. Have a great day. I love you." They don't expect that. Well, in my case, they do expect it because I'm in touch with them so frequently. But these people outside our inner circle, they don't expect that, and it really lifts them up. If we get in the habit of doing this daily and not giving up, you know who you are, but sharing agape love, this transformation comes over us. I promise you, it's like anything. It's like going to the gym. You go there for a day, you don't see the results, but you go there for a year or 2 years or 3 years, and you see the results, transformational. Same thing with this love. Anyways, now we know the 8 forms of Greek language. We've talked about agape love being selfless. It's the same love that Jesus had. It's the same love that God has for us. It's self-sacrificing. It's encouraging, non-judgmental. It really is the good stuff. I invite you to look up agape love, AGAPE, and learn it for yourself, and then put it into action. So don't only just tell your wife and your kids that you love them, or your family members that you love them. Stretch yourself a little bit and talk to those people, or reach out to those people, or text those people. outside your inner circle and express your love for them. I do it all the time. And then what will happen is that you'll become more comfortable telling strangers after talking to them for a bit, have a great day, I love you, brother, I love you, sister, have a great day, I love you. That's it. I'm Dave. Have a great day. And from Linda and I, we send our love, and many thanks for listening. Oh, by the way, if you like what you're hearing, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and also share it with a friend, because if you like what you heard, perhaps they'll like what they hear, and we'll get this agape love rippling all over the world. Again, I'm Dave. Have a great day. Love you. Take care. Bye.